Rolanda Hutton will never walk again.
It's very traumatic. It's like you never think about not being able to walk.
She ended up in a wheelchair after she had a Brazilian butt lift at the Dallas Plastic Surgery Institute.
When I first woke up, they were asking me to move, and I couldn't feel my legs.
Cheyenne Medrano, a 31-year-old mother, died from fungal meningitis after receiving a Brazilian butt lift and liposuction at Clínica K3 in Matamoros, Mexico. She initially complained of headaches after the surgery and died 2 months later, having experienced multiple strokes.
I ran and got my BBL. The first couple of months after, bitch, that shit looked so fucking good. I looked sense. You couldn't tell me shit, right? What they don't tell you about BBLs is that the fat can die.
Mainty damn.
What do you mean? What do you mean the fat dies?
So,
hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My good name is Gracey D, African Diva. I hope you guys are doing well. So on yesterday's episode, we talked about the Brazilian butt lift, and on today's episode, we have the episode 2 of this topic. And I want to kindly request you guys to be very respectful in the comment section, because some of you are actually sending comments and I end up not seeing them, or you end up not seeing them on the comment section because they are being held for review, or some of them are being deleted by YouTube because of your language. So you have to watch your language and you have to be careful on what you're commenting. Yeah. Anyway, if you're watching me or coming across on this channel for the first time, kindly consider subscribing. Also, don't forget to leave a like, comment, and share this video. So let's jump right ahead on today's videos and we'll come back to it.
Rolanda Hutton will never walk again.
It's very traumatic. It's like you never think about not being able to walk.
She ended up in a wheelchair after she had a Brazilian butt lift at the Dallas Plastic Surgery Institute.
When I first woke up, they were asking me to move, and I couldn't feel my legs.
We first told you her story back in November 2017. Then she sued the doctor who performed the surgery. But now she and her lawyer have amended the lawsuit to include other doctors who perform surgeries at the Institute and the Cloister, which is a post-operation hotel run by the same doctors who do the surgeries. They send patients there for recovery.
Patients are being sent to this so-called hotel, which is really a skilled nursing facility that's not licensed, not regulated by the state.
Hutton says she spent 2 days at the Cloister and says the staff there should have sent her to a hospital the moment she told them she could not feel her legs.
After the second day, I was like, something's wrong. I need to go to the hospital because I still can't move my legs, and it's been 2 days.
Her lawyer says Hutton isn't the only one who suffered severe consequences. He claims in 2009, a woman died after a facelift while at the Cloister.
This place needs to be regulated or shut down, or you're going to see more people that have been hurt.
Both in 2017 and today, we asked the Dallas Plastic Surgery Institute and its lawyers for comment. They did not respond. As for Hutton, she wants her story to serve as a warning to others of what can happen.
Cheyenne Medrano, a 31-year-old mother, died from fungal meningitis after receiving a Brazilian butt lift and liposuction at Clínica K3 in Matamoros, Mexico. She initially complained of headaches after the surgery and died 2 months later, having experienced multiple strokes. Several Texas women have died from fungal meningitis after undergoing cosmetic surgeries in Matamoros. The CDC has expressed concerns that around 230 Americans who traveled to Matamoros for surgeries this year might be at risk. The CDC is urging individuals to seek immediate evaluation at the nearest emergency room, even if they don't have symptoms. Dr. Luis Manuel Rivera de Anda, listed as a gynecologist, performed Cheyenne Medrano's surgery. He has not commented on Cheyenne's death. Medrano's friend, Laura Garza, mentioned that Medrano was happy with her surgical results, though she experienced headaches and increasing pressure in her head after the operation. The CDC has reported 6 confirmed cases of fungal meningitis, with 4 deaths linked to the infection. Epidural anesthesia, commonly used in surgeries like liposuction and Brazilian butt lifts, is associated with the risk of contracting fungal meningitis. The clinics under scrutiny, including Riverside Surgical Center and Clínica K3, have been closed. The fungus causing the infections is identified as Fusarium solani, which was also linked to a meningitis outbreak in Mexico the previous year. Contaminated medical devices or medication vials as well as improper infection control practices, could contribute to the spread of the fungus. CDC officials are investigating the source of exposure and possible involvement of other clinics.
I had butt injections done, and I almost died because of it. I spent a month in the hospital, 2 months in a nursing home. I had to learn to walk again. I was on my deathbed.
But what did you have injected? The silicone?
Well, I was told it was silicone, and then I was told it was biogel. In the end, we really don't know. We're told this, but we truly don't know what it is that we have. I had 9 removal surgeries so far. The 9th one, they said that sparks were flying off my body and the entire surgery room smelled like gasoline. They had to leave me in there alone under anesthesia because the smell was so strong in the room. They had no idea what that was. I was one of the first people to have this situation go wrong, because back when Kim and I were getting it done, we didn't know the long-term effects of this. So now here it is. I started getting it done in 2006. Now we're 10 years later in 2016, and it gave me kidney disease. It gave me, because of the pain was so severe, I became an addict of pain medication. I had to rehabilitate myself from that. I had to walk again. It destroyed my life. I have end-stage kidney disease stage 4 kidney disease and end-stage renal failure.
So I'm sorry.
Don't be sorry.
Why do you say don't be sorry?
Because if it wasn't me, it had to happen to someone.
I gotta get comfortable because listen, go ahead.
If it didn't happen to me, it had to happen to someone. And because of my story, so many women have decided to not get this done. I mean, the stories that women have written me and how God has reached out to them. There was a girl that had an appointment the next day, and there was a show that I did that aired. She happened to be flicking through the channels, and she saw it and watched it and didn't go get her butt done the next day.
After hearing your story?
After seeing the show.
Today is March 15th. Today makes 4 years that my mom, my siblings, and I lost my little sister, who was only 22 years old. 4 years ago, my sister decided she wanted to go have surgery, have her body done. After giving birth to her little boy, she felt that having surgery was the answer for her to feel better about herself, even though she was so beautiful and she didn't need anything done to herself. So she went to a doctor in Matamoros, Mexico, and died at his hands. She died on the table while he was performing surgery on her. She went to have a BBL, and so many things went wrong. The reason we know is because we had an autopsy done on her body, and so many things were wrong. Not 1 or 2, but so many more things were wrong. He messed up tremendously on her, and it cost her her life.
BBL gone wrong. She went to DR, and of course, listen, your friends, they don't listen to you. They don't want to hear nothing you gotta say. I'm a friend, I respect you, do what you do, but just be careful. Go to a good doctor. She failed to do that. She went to a doctor that she seen a girl post about this doctor on, of course, IG. One thing about IG that you have to know is these girls get paid to promote these doctors. Whatever amount you pay towards that doctor is being cash app to the same girl that's like, oh yeah, say my name, say I sent you. Yeah, they're getting a cut. She goes to DR, right? She gets this surgery done. She had lipo and she had a tummy tuck, and then she has a physical, right? But since then she was complaining. She was complaining of just body aches, headaches, you know, just feeling really heavy all the time. So she went to the doctor, and the doctor tells her, hey, we just got your blood results. Why is your kidney count low? So then the doctor says, have you had any surgeries? Have you had any surgeries in the last year? Yes, I've had tummy tuck, I've had BBL, all of these things. So she has a CAT scan done, and during a CAT scan, it shows up she only has 1 kidney. So down in DR, this botch organ selling doctor took one of her kidneys. She thought she was getting the steal of her life. She was like, $3,500 for all that? Yes, sign me up. Little did she know that the doctor was actually selling her kidney. I don't know how much kidneys go on the black market, but I know it's way more than $3,500. Now she's trying trying to contact this doctor. Now she's trying to find out, okay, where is this doctor? This doctor disappeared, guys. Disappeared. The girl that was on freaking IG, come to find out, that girl was not even real. That girl was not even a real person. That girl was a botch account, fake ass account, and that account was actually taken down. It was shown that this girl that was like, oh yeah, my body this, and look at this doctor did this type of a job on me. All those pictures were taken off of Google. Those were Google stole pictures. So that wasn't even a real person, okay? So now my friend is pretty much like, oh my God, I can't find a doctor. I don't know exactly what the hell I'm gonna do. And now she has one kidney. Now she has one kidney and she's going through a whole bunch of freaking crap. Now she has to take medication. Now she has to do all these things. And now she really has to protect her one kidney because that's all she has. The moral of this true story is please just don't get a BBL.
2 years ago, I got a BBL, and this is why I regret it. In high school, I was super confident about how I looked. I was only 115 pounds, but my skinniness did not matter to me. Until people started pointing it out as a flaw, did it really start affecting me. In high school, my best friend's dad used to tell me I looked like a 12-year-old boy because of how skinny I was, and that used to really bother me. When I went to college, I was literally dating this boy who would make fun of how skinny I was, and while he was doing all of that, he was liking pictures of really thick girls on Instagram. My sophomore year, I was so insecure about my body that I started going to the gym more and working out. And that was great and it helped me out a lot. I gained a lot of weight, but I was still insecure about my body. A few years later, my ex and I went through a really bad breakup, and basically I ended up getting a BBL. Long story short, I paid a lot of money and went through a lot of pain because of how I thought society wanted to see me, and because I felt so insecure based on things that happened to me in my life. I won't lie, I looked great. But honestly, beauty fades, so it's best to find confidence from within. And it's alright if you want a few nips and tucks here and there, but just make sure you're doing it for yourself and no one else.
Wow, so another girl has died, another girl is gone through BBL. Jehovah. Well, according to the blogs, they said this beautiful girl here called Destiny Jojo went for a BBL procedure. They said she's 20. She went for the procedure and she died through there. She died. Oh my God, I feel so sorry for her family. Well, there have been so many opinions on the blog. Some people said she went to a quack surgeon. Other people said she got the BBL through Bonanza. While other people said she was influenced by celebrities. So many opinions. Some people even dragging her. See, I've seen the girl's video with her friend. She's a very beautiful girl. She looked good. She had a little bit of behind. She looked nice. She didn't really need the procedure. But if you follow me, you know I keep saying this. We are women. I believe anyone, any human being should do whatever makes them happy. Do whatever you want with your body. But I also say we only have one life. One. So don't gamble with your life. Do not gamble with your life, especially when it comes to BBL. BBL and liposuction are not the same. People keep mistaking both. They are not the same. You see this BBL where they have to suck fat from one area of your body and put it in another area. There is a reason they call it the most or one of the most dangerous surgery in the world. You can Google it. Ask any surgeon out there, any good surgeon out there. They will tell you it's not a joke. That's why they tell you to sign a waiver before they even start procedure on you. Because even with the best surgeon, you can still die. Yes, you can. I feel so sorry for her family. I feel so sorry for her family. For the people saying,
please tell me your BBL experience. Nowadays, though, I actually think that maybe injections might be safer than actual BBLs. Well, the BBL process is fucking mental. Yeah. Like when I see the healing process, I think fair. Yeah, I mean, we have a story. One of the surgeries we went for the second one in Turkey. Oh my days. Me and Mandy, like, literally thought we were dying. Yeah, really. Like we literally, I feel like we almost died. We were bleeding excessively in the hotel room. In Turkey. But when I woke up, Anna, I was on a hospital bed covered in blood. Mandy was like this on the hospital bed. Yeah. The whole bed was blood. Oh my God. And I was vomiting At the same time, and at the same time, I had a cataract. So it's like, it's attached to your bladder or whatever. And then you basically I couldn't pass urine. I was like pissing in a bucket, vomiting and bleeding for like 3 days. And when we went to the hotel,
we were going to pass out, both of us. We were both like trying to help each other.
Thank God you were both there.
We both, yeah, it was really, really scary.
Oh my God.
And my mum had no idea because we lied to her.
Because she would never have let us.
Really?
Yeah, it was a nightmare.
The danger here. It's extraordinarily dangerous. It turns out it's the most dangerous, not only plastic surgery procedure, it's the most dangerous operation there is with the highest fatality rate. And I'll tell you why. You take fat from one part of your body, typically the abdomen, you process it and you inject in the buttocks. Sounds easy, right? The problem is there's these very small little veins in the buttock that lead directly to the vena cava, which is the major blood vessel that brings blood back from your body to your heart, to your lungs. If you get fat in those little vessels and it gets in the main vena cava and goes to your lungs, it's over. It's the most fatal operation there is. And I would advise there are other ways to get a full buttock besides that.
If it's the deadliest operation, period, are they giving warnings when they do this to people? I mean, are people adequately being informed about the dangers here?
Not in my opinion. Now, last year, before the pandemic, an international task force was gathered to warn all of Europe that this is such a dangerous operation. And in this country, the American Society of Plastic Surgeons started to talk about it. They sent out a few articles about it, and then everybody pretty much ignored it. But listen, it's super dangerous. You can do it in the gym. There are safe fillers to do it. I recommend people back away from Brazilian butt lifts.
I've never heard a man in real life say he like a BBL. The only people say that is the rappers in their songs, and that's just because they just use women as a play toy. They use women as a piece of meat, a woman like a sacrifice for them. So they don't care nothing about the woman health, mental health, emotional health, physical health. It just, here, go get the BBL. And I just heard a guy here recently say that he paid for the woman BBL. Was it, I think it was the comedian on the interview, on the podcast interview. He said he paid for a woman BBL and then left her because he don't like it. But he did it because he know that's what she wanted to do. But he did it but it just let him know, oh, you this type of woman? All right, well, here you go. Here go your body, but I'm gone because I don't like no BBL. And what I try to tell women all the time is that don't go do that stuff and holler about you doing it for yourself. You know you're doing it for a man because you're not finna let a woman grab your booty unless you like that, unless you deal with women. You ain't walking around no thong for no woman. You ain't posing backwards on Instagram for no woman. So don't tell that lie that you're doing it for yourself. You're doing it for a man. But you have to also understand what men like and what men don't like. I'm going to be honest with you.
If you look at the women today, it's a lot of women who have BBLs. Right. So I'm constantly reminded, like, they made it. They go another big booty. She made it. See what I'm saying? I get why women wants to enhance themselves. I get it. But fellas, we have to do more on just continuously telling our women that they're beautiful.
You're enough.
We have to continuously tell them that they're gorgeous. Don't make your woman feel like she has to go do something, even if you go with another chick. Like, no. You just love a woman. That's it. And women, listen to your man. Just listen. I'm not gonna sit here and tell somebody don't do what they want to do, don't do. No. People make decisions. You have to live with that as a unit. So I can't even sit here and say, oh, I'm against nothing. Oh, I'm with it. As a unit, I took a loss.
Well, guys, every day, every single day that I come on these online streets or social media streets, I always get surprised, like every single day, because there's so many videos out there that, people are talking about the consequences of undergoing the Brazilian butt lift and all the other plastic surgery that are out there. Like you've seen, like this woman, like now she can no longer walk, like she has to use a wheelchair for the rest of her life. Like, this is something when something goes wrong, there's no way you can reverse that. I don't understand, as I said on the other episode, I don't understand why women get to take chances with their life. Like, this life is one, and there is no way you're gonna like this woman, she's never gonna walk again. The lady that said she lost her sister, it's been 4 years ago, and she's still like trying to create awareness out there. You've seen these women complaining and giving out their experience. This lady that said her friend who went for a Brazilian butt lift and a tummy tuck, she's now one of her kidney is missing, and the doctor that she went to do the tummy tuck and all the procedures in Turkey is nowhere to be found. And I actually ask myself, like, of all the places, like, black women, why would you go to Turkey for a Brazilian butt lift and for any cosmetic surgery? Unless even for any surgery, leave alone like beauty, plastic, and butt lift, like all that, but any surgery in Turkey, like, we all know, for people who've been in Turkey, for people who watched videos of Turkey, there's so much controversies and there's so much hate towards black people in Turkey. Like, why would you end up go there? Then again, I saw another clip I've forgotten to insert here, where a lady was showing she went to Turkey to do the BBL, but the nurse could not even understand what she was asking. Like, how are you going to communicate even to nurses who don't even understand your language? They don't understand English. They don't understand when you're telling them you're in pain, And then another thing, I don't understand, for any surgery, any kind of surgery that I've seen, the hospital only lets you go when they know you are okay to go. But what they're doing with these BBLs and all the plastic surgeries out there, like especially the BBL, they let you go stay at a hotel. That basically because they don't have enough room in their hospital or in their clinic. I don't even understand why they do this, because I've never had a BBL. I don't know of any friends that have a BBL. So I don't even understand like why they would let you leave the hospital when it's clearly you're not in the right condition for you to leave the hospital, when you clearly need a nurse each now and then, when you need a doctor to look after you. But I bet you have to pay extra for that, or I'm not sure. So girls out there, if you're thinking about having a BBL, do your research and sit down with yourself, have a conversation with yourself and ask yourself, is this really worth it? Is this really what I want? Because honestly, I don't think there is anyone who needs a BBL out there. You don't need it unless you want it. There's a difference between needing something and wanting it. So because I believe we all created beautifully with our bodies, it's just a matter of you getting comfortable in your skin, you getting comfortable in your body the way you are. Because why would you want to take yourself through these horror stories? And there's another clip I saw people saying BBLs do stink. I've seen so many funny clips of BBLs that I could not insert in this video. I want you guys to tell me what you think about this. And if you've done a BBL, I want you also to tell us, like, on the comment section, how was yours? Because I know there are people who've done it and they've, it's doing well. And of course, are there, like, do you guys think about what it's gonna be like after 30 years to come after having a BBL? What is it gonna be like when I'm in my 50s, when I'm in my 40s, 50s, 60s? How would my life be? So these are the things that you have to ask. Yeah guys, so ask yourself all these questions. As you've seen also in this clip, this lady whose parents had like heart crying now, their daughter went for the surgery and she was in a coma for like 2 months, and after that she was normal, and she went to this place they're calling Matamoros, and like her parents were against this and she's left behind her kids. It's quite sad, guys, because I don't think if it's something really good you hide it from your family and your loved ones for you just to go and do it. Tell me what you think on the comment section. And also guys, kindly be respectful in the comment section. Don't use hate speech on the comment section. Don't use insult on the comment section, because you'll write all that and you will not even get to see your comment. I believe there is a better way of writing a comment and passing a message without being without showing hate, without insulting someone. But anyway, if you watch this video to this part, I really appreciate your support. Kindly consider subscribing to this channel. Also, don't forget to leave a like, and until the next episode, bye.